Di Abanga, and then if first year Muni di Ankasa, Abanga Fuseni Yakubu. Say we didn't know.
Chama, Rababe.
Me kaso di MPP Abanga.
But MPP Abanga no be him. No na Argentina ha, my Ghana baby yourself na obiabo. Na
when Abanga Fuseni Yakubu, we are.
Chama, yedi kan meda wase. Match ya onya kwanya soronko ade ama me. Match our production team, Juma for Mashisha, and Yakwanya Betam, Yabekan Yasem. Match TFO in 275 constituency youth organizers. This is less than 40 ministers and deputy ministers less than 40. MPs less than 40. Diaspora branches less than 40. Omoba to about youth organizers, regional youth organizers, TESCOM presidents. Delegates about to constituency national youth elections in Achin. So, Omonya daji omuti mi na no pai so show it there you yourself and na jia to the chairman general himself
yeah that's it
Abanga Yakubu Fuseni do na bonum na MPP Abanga ya brante bia the home enche boy so our win constituency Western North na maka say the number first watch ya na be your my turn okwa the third our win traditional council my henia odano machi amnyame papa John Kese John Bodu if you cross by University of Ghana or no in the home in mobile Edinburgh Batan or what to me and and yes you are Madu Pampen so yeah chairman me and na Chikusi Chakra and tell me to anymore you know ever to jump away hey chairman school or H boy so call Fanati secondary school area Moise at also called University of Ghana they gone a honor study political science and archaeology you know my certificate Accra Gempa, forensic psychology and corporate security certificate or Gempa, project management professional or Gempa, research and management or Gempa, law and governance certificate or Gempa.
At the Gempa school, no, see
certificate. You are 3 months, you are 4 months. And now oil and gas management certificate or Gempa, and then 3 foreign certificate, 2 are ready. 2 in them in Canada, Kaba 20th of this month in Sabeka. Kuta CIM Institute of Chartered Accountancy. Also, ba Ghana's hand of Fenobet, Okoa CIM certified manager. We kuta diploma in international business strategy, Scottish Qualification Authority, and 20th year I may graduate. I mean, sir, I'm a master's general MBA, Cardiff Metropolitan University. Now, we are former hall rep at University of Ghana TESCON, former organizer University of Ghana TESCON. We are TESCON president. Now, Fufi Antuata, no more disqualified. Now, we soon raho. Now, Michelle Gura John Bodu, I'm now a national organizer, the New Patriotic Party. Now, or share send your name, CP party, no door party, you know. We will be so or one papa, not sure baby, before some wow. Say, maybe office of Kwanwa to make sure now so that I know so what for. In fact, no can ye now, dear, see your to open pioneer or Timifa, Babuna, on you be at it, no money by a bambuno, non so soon, etime, actually, I'm seeing the sea in Nama, a year at your Bodu. My own office by fierce only, Amazon party contest from 2015 to date. The call prime is 2019, so come a copem, Rasha Bejoma Kunya, constituency. Tama ye ya, na, maybe 304. Nia only 314. Nia or toss me as 102. It may lose by 10 vote difference. That was the first time I'm on contempt 5 months to primaries. Now it off a boom one.
NPP Abanga say Obeko for National Youth Organizer. Anyway, Nisha
Chairman, and it's only the P. Akwaya Babuni, Amazon Party, the Lantern Bread, Mafa form, sending paying for 19 years. A bread and one say near to one channel done papa we montino. Yes, you are I'm a force as Babuno for paying a party for a force Yamia Domechna. I didn't change and go born on Como Honey and a party for Edishire, the powder abomino. My call for me no Makudin commercial policies, programs, initiatives, and near my can't have a force to go up on a chairman. My party in the Jan and also bear no bear fair, the bear cabbage. And the call for me send a Mabuno no shanky town, and then some money can ya. One of them say, on Pebabuna Waben, or when him dear, or ye innovative, ye creative, or with my creative more access, and why empower much almost in a yinam. To me call from some much almost and part, ye Babunubia. you be a me you be papa dwen kese John Body kyerɛ me sɛ ne yi nam ma tete nam anhyɛ me nsa enya sa anka me ntimi nsola no pa na nipa aduo no aduasa ebi wa aduanan ebi wa aduonum ebi ɛkɔ ɔha ɛtimi fie sɛ me brɛduasa me anka ada no na me nsɛm fata ba bɛka ya sɛ ma kyerɛ me na me so ma hwɛ kwan ya me fa so a metimi aboa wɔ na ya nam sɛ tete me kwan ya fa so a yi nam na me so metimi aboa foforo ntino ɔ sɛ me so me kyerɛ ma foforo kɔ sa na papa dwen kese kyerɛ me to fa Ghana baabi watete mabunu no bebre na anya me nko a omo ina de omo ho omo so no na cha yon once ne ba ti sɛ me so no makwan ya me fo so me fo so metimi afa so aso me party na sɛ mpɛ me som national youth wing na ebi ɛso o my Ghana so nti the policies not to form catch on say be 20 community mining side minister share plan so president and so hu na odi aba say kebo ne ngu illegal mining no ababa be replace mabunu no ebi o height me create 5,000 jobs 6,000 jobs 4,000 jobs my commission be across the country minister for lands and natural resources honorable Samuel Abu Janapo and the deputy honorable George Mekuduka Takwan Soyem MP mo bom ho ne papa yakofa be for fidie e de aba e chi agudie no be ohanum chichemu aduokron da no na echi aduoson ayi de asanum na ekodi anan mu ho no na ebi so aye sensuo asase sa fidie de aba ye make free sana free and sensuo and asase we e yakwanya mambabu no ye no so ya ban na e power e was yen na take that opportunity that ideas no na ye na Ghana fo sampa de na ekoso na faso wo so na mo so na shafo from grind mo ba ba ye ti aka mo youth na jatum sampa e susu pa na benya sika so de manage youth ngena enya da bia ye de be ko kompanifo so na kompanifo so mo hawo omo ade so bebre da won so ama minim se oti pressure da so da bia no ma for de how bebre e beto anim basa e bete unemployment so e bete corruption so be generate sika so party ni hia bibia e betimi aye e be time aye 10 quarry site quarry no de ne foreign partners e na be ye ana local partners
mo ye we nyina ema emebunu
10 quarry site
na se emebunu no mu new party wa na yende
sir me MPP national youth organizer enti ni am kwan ya so me fa so answer me mabunu na esa me lokuto obi onim na oba mo ba be MPP ni so onya MPP ni na oba be adwuma automatically you must be a card bearer member we a party when your government there we a national youth organizer the party for about me hodom na ye party adwuma of form no they also create access na recruit almost ya Ghana for chairman omo fi go do ba fi Burkina e basa omo so na beboa ma unemployment in Swati T10 quarry site na be timber business na ya the compartment na atwa timber ndua na ya ye forestry commission share papa kwa so nya illegal timber bia na ba betwa e ba be ye dua soya beans of four northern region Savannah region omo ndua soya te ho no ye be quarry ne bi wo ho e be ye share better business e be shi bidie energy commission share papa kwa so anya se ye kofa dua na ye hye enne kura mo de abefo ba mo de yi ko bia hono kura e shi bidie over before say sa kwanya we ne niam we ka ho a ni temi hye ne hye ne yi a obeboa ma party youth when gena gina ne naso party youth when gena ye the foundation of the party foundation bia no anye denia e dan na ekosoro a etimi nyina ne naso se ne miwura papa dwen kese tina da bia me akwanya bia ofa mebu mu na maka chese yakopon koso anhia no na onkoso amwa no se de da no o pepa wodo se oben na echa mbabu no ahun ebi titi followers ebi titi future leaders yura dwen kese titi future leaders amida bia me hye babu no bia nkran se wonya akwanya na oben no na o don sata che so o shirawa na okwa kodi ebi ene se anhia na o de shira me no eno bi na reflect o mitima me fo se be papa no ni so ade hunu nim dia wanya nyina wantana no to so wanya so wonchiro bi a kire afoforo bebiri na bi aso me so awofa me so me no hwan se be da no na me ne me nuanum kokusi kire e kotwa wo ma betai ye nwene kenten e koda do pa hye bidie no se ya ne ma we nyina kwa ba ade na me so me mwa na me nuanum a omoteta ast bi enum no ohia na de me ko sa o se me so me boa ye create bibi na so me akwanya access ye timi yo mo so fi sa ate bi enum to ofa sa ne ma we ne ne ma me fo se ye be boa ye timi ya PA system plus chairs a party ne de be ye adwuma of form na megaphones bia nyama beboa my pool constituency youth organizer obede no ho be gina ne naso we ne nyama me force ya beboa mo
say o carry wo ho na hwe competition at say
over ne dikan say nim say o de politics mu ne aman Joseph mu de Ghana ha ye kan kunini a offer o ka ho na anim de o di agro ye chia unim se ne sitie ese nsu agro be da
if you no pa
na dondo so be de so ane fra motom of our media catch delegates and say so answer. The ancient year mood. Mentana ha no me hon kan che me ho se bia ma fa ne fala ma wen awie me candidate me ma metimu ya me de but when ya me ya adom no de adom no dom ya nia ofa ni declare china ekopem na de chinya kunum dia bo se kire ni emfa ba bia cause me ye babu no a me ye innovative me ye creative opportunity bia me nya no me ne the only youth there bia me kase I don't need an office filled with money. I need an empty office to fill it with money. Me per office I empty. Na me ma me disika gum ma na ye ma me pe office ya hihie mu sika ma na de ama me se me manage we any opportunities wa ban mu wo nche ye constituency regions no ma ye fa so beboa ofa na de editwam kra ne awie don't do ya na ye ko ye ya ho ne ye ko Star Life Insurance office ofa me call form ne party for kodi nkomo no me dem asem to o ma no so so me de asem bi to o ma nim say aya na da bia ya kan se ma ye ndi so na se ni se e ka che won se menye sa amanyofo ne bi me ye babunu a sabe me pesa me ya amanyoko manim ye manyo be ye fie adunu nko de siam ho no ansa na china bi me ka se menye amenye bi o na makoje ma home be se semri pa de me mfa kontompo me mfa da brama me mfa da en start ma manyo to ofa me ne party for di nkomo me ye ka kire me se omo per life insurance constituency youth organizers no mo deputies regional youth organizers no mo deputies omo per life insurance of anam sumu say abawom yansa wom because omo bre do election time na de omo gina borders protect prevent ya no fo omo be register me to aba ebi wa ha obi bra wit na motor so wanya accident car so what ya to we bra of ya basa na 77 prediasa o kosra na ba ko mienu miasa na so apa aba enam say means na o de be ko no eni wo fa me ko no eni wo a of abeda ko abri na offer me my father most say my life insurance package the cost na worth 50,000 Ghana cedis. So a youth organizer or a deputy youth organizer or kono konya accident opira na me fasa ama owu na busiafo betima ko claim sa sika no na omo de aton banche moko bidie enchene esuo ya kakra wo mbofa na enkwala na oja omo akire no papa na oja omo akire no maame na oja na oya abrewa no ye dua to ba aduane
na also ye no ne
eno yaye
na eno no na nye vote buy na we no
ofantisa on say ya bo pro na ti be less than 1 month na me call from you ene ya ka kire me say we ene ade a on say to constituency abawi en share nchesa o ene o mo ka kire me say we ene ade a pesa o ye maye na otimi ye maye nia
NPP Abanga has done massively for the Elephant Party. We need to make him our next youth organizer. And Kuma Foster Achim Ayirebi. Abanga is undoubtedly the most appropriate person for the National Youth Organizer. He is innovative and entrepreneurial, hard work, competent, and all of that. I endorse his candidature, Don Pino from Malam and Ade and by. Now, say Ochina, Sir John the BB dying. Fear delegates. Now, Obi Obebehebia Minyada Jami Bisa. Say fear delegates. Unsuro.
Offer, sir, meka fear delegates one semono. Me debia meka. Sir, on say open assaulted politician. Or a man you more. I am whom I want to be assaulted politician. Was Miobia, it make Kujina, Ugai Central Regional Man platform there, me delegates, me party for, I watch a moisha, me electorate in Casa, meeting my deliver fante 100%. I win our bet Master Massey, talk about my MPP. Now, Miobia, over the years, and I'm there life on a started Yabra Bonache, they no coyentin. If you are not going to make a cassa who be brave, to abandonity, I call me friend assaulted politician. Because in my platform was Ashanti regional, because anyone can be as a me from the me as me, and I'm if you know, and I'm if you Western North, so make a while, me as a fini, me a bruise and me a yini, Cassani Ramitimeka, it can ye. Meka tinanyi man bisamenia mbaba anabe yo manbo yo so man hene so man hene ama hene for mo kwa ma yebe wo Western North we bisa be kwa ina me no ma poli uche nyame a oyile mo kwa na obo mo na eduma pa mo bo ma ye ni mo ko so ada na be yo na be mai na me so me mba ni be koto ye nyame bo ahima be bo mba be fa tamisi na nyame aboa if I beauty me bawo nim post on bottom do see fa ye be take the ton bala
just what told me
offer
what yeah what told me
on the case the fa asa ken on that ton do see ya because some number 1 na ka ton tem kama na de gania man na tom to mala na offer on nyama we na ma offer ene me ho adwiri me sole na pa course akese ba ko ma ko du mpanyifo akese du ewa ban mu fa phone frame sampa ya team mabuno platform so radio so television so in share babuno bi otese wa bangada offer na awisi gume na me wura ko me pake ya kam yesu se me abanga na sanko fui afa phone airframe me sheme kwan ese ko nyame ya wie adwuma no de delegacy beto aba ma na send the usi kan wasem no oba emom ye de wakase obeya amom ye no so beboa wo na ni so ade hu resi wani so no watimi aye to wo fa na me ka ba be si fear delegates ho asem na e che say no
answer na be kan no ne de wie the Martin Jan ewe dweso domia bra chairman general good luck to Abanga even his communication skill alone has won in advance and I am touched with Abanga's vision and I'd love to help him with some Chinese partners. You can let him have my number if he truly is interested. Okay, me the bebano. Ain't if your delegates meet here?
Oversend na okano. I said delegates. Uno mo tina ye na onye mo di ni ya. Unhye den so. Cause omoje o message dia. So mo ba yin na omo frɛ, omo ni bi di nkomo, ye di nsa wo so. Eti they said don kan dey no kre. Onipa okoto oba onim de woni ti mo de. Untimi etire so nya bo frɛ. Ya pa mu ahwɛ. Na we de agro no ebeye yi a onim onipa no ne kasa no otwa ntro a ya hwe nani ton no moma se ne ese yinya ahwe be bi atete no donko no mo sa asem o kan odi tro ana no kre no oka papa me call for me ne delegates kasa me nya abotre hwe o manim mo sa pa asem na me ka no go down with them o mo sa mpa e hia manyofo e hia mabunu na afidie edi twom. This is the right national youth organizer majima tum say nyame ya dom no mo de kwanya no anase ba nya no mamia bitim ne hyehyɛ papa me de agu apono so a aboama embabu no etimanya adwuma ye because on say ye ba power yi seselensi na don kwako for the Ghana man payini obo no modern yi ba ono ne abanya wa ba wafa embabu no bebre na adwuma adano na Kokrokoo board for adwuma immigration for adwuma fire service ye timi for adwuma Ghana ha oba yi aboama embabu no do na anya adwuma na ko ba yi ebe observe embabu no bebre na abai do ka ne obi no ka o kopa go say o zanka bi eti ase there are challenges are eti ase aban ya yibi ayebi papa tina aban na yebi no asemabunu no e den na o se yeso ye boa me hu sikani rich man na o se oya aban adwuma me hu sikani even we yourself for na businessmen any yes ka for tien as party for no so ye no mabie ko say be som krofo dan krofo bi tie ne ya obeba youth organizer obi kon ya na obeba on chen nyamwa nyasi ese utime boa no Tescom presidents ebe wie school no pa adwuma ye no wanya na eden before say eba na ya create access enam adwuma di eba be di intin Tescom institution bia no e mo 5,000 Ghana cedis. Now I've been consistent with my word. Some me kind of my kind of radio station bia including community stations but bia matu manamo akobia interviews am here 5,000 Ghana cedis every month. Eba revival Tescom na Tescom e jane na so campaign bia no offer e come from na person page no ne jane na so offer na was odisika ewram of our Tescom presidents are every school tifie yina no ya me adom na de akonya no mamia the first month me hwe say be absorb mo ina create omo na jom database apa adwuma ama omo ni manim ya na shafo from grind na apati na e wo form no e so timi aba form
obi see a friend of Frederick Kuma wasa ekropon. Abanga is a good friend and a brother. Me and he have small issues to deal with, but he's a great guy and I wish him well to become the MPP's youth organizer. Abanga adena obeka de attract to mo delegates ababa to aba na nya mo ba be yechna.
Ofa zede na meka no Tescom for no say on be school na ye betimi apa adwuma mo national service na mo preferred places per scholarship akwa mo no ne akosua de Ghana ha na yetimi access bi de ayede e de amom me ba beti recruitment committee a be purely for recruitment agency bi a be fa nipa adwuma no e wo se hu na yeso ye mabunu no say Ghana for ye pe bi mo yeso mabunu na ko school pa per political party mo mabunu ko school pa on hwe me say na me profile to ho ya e da form ni bem ti MPP mabuna ko school yeso so ne nya adwuma ni bi ya eye on ko school kana konya ho say create access mana why not because all the achieve you mania than na be a certificate. Rofa yetimi ye bibi se bibo a ebebo ma party no agina ne na so na Tescom so agina no obi se ona se eba se pomocha o nkoto degu fom ni so de hu na esima ni so o man fa tumi ama me a mintimi ye be kamitim be kamisem so mo boa me ko me pe mo adwen pa FM do se she papa bia me de ogu apono so no se ye ba ne aba be to aba mo en fa to mfa ba bia number 1 ne na ofa omonto cause eho ena yedie wo
ona number 1
puntie wo eho ena nkanko wo eho ena to ho ache ewo sa niema mabobo so nyina no ofa ya to aba mame a chairman enya djuma
ona number 1 on number
osoro na ofa onim ni a eye won wakura wo ye ko vetting no you do vetting girls no na ya bo obi din e ho so nipa ne na ekọ ye bo ni din ne be yesoma num na o ye ko abonten ama ni asa banga besen ko hye ho na me ko ye first eti aba ye vetting resource na so ba abonten no na nam how am see me deliver ye answer me questions kwaya na first sisi na kwaso pepepe no na ye hwa abo me homodin ti no e san so de me to first it over na ye san ye won wakura edi twom kra ne se ye ko balloting no omo ko ye balloting me na me na fra mantam a me bo toa ti me nua ba ko doctor you made him the doctor can this but onya doctor Ebenezer Katia like eko peke ballot na mami e digu wa of ode ne sabom na eno so number 1 na che se nyankopon wo ne o ka kire me se answer na man kensu ebesi ne ti asa ase no na wo di asase aka kire no nyame ahyeda aye na adwe se this time round MPP National Youth Wing no or the baba ma MPP abanga obi abedidi or the shisha papa policies are dey go policy watimi amana ba be ye adwuma mabunu so afọ ntuma pefra na yetimi ahwe full soldiers grassroots testers serial callers na mo zampa the communication once the in politics yan as political science yan ye amanyo ankasa no they believe in power the DD decentralization dissemination ko you believe say tin na ko local government bibia na say decentralizing am na enko form no into communication say weekend beso policy say o say dey ko propaganda ndc 4 year kwanya fa so say counter come the dey om tum futuro gu Ghana fo ni the weekend no ye no be discuss na dey be tia you to be organ ha bia ni masama ye koka and dey ma ye ko ya no kwa strategy a ye mount na ye dey counter om propaganda no to offer me vision your policy more program more strategies more ideas of for say babu ni bia o te me policy ase on sampa my crowd say me ba be ye adwuma me ya amcha me ba be tena konya so abeji me din national youth organizer me office offer my kasi bia say enye non youth organizer me no be ye adwuma me office youth organizers in kwana me no ba be tena me office we regional youth organizer come our recruitment committee our business committee more monitoring committee more committees who do regional youth organizers constituency youth organizers Tescom president Tescom coordinator be da no a omo e na ba be manage me office so say na be ya youth organizer bi fi asante ba sade ketwa o foru krombo ni so foru krom ni manhia bo ni so manhia ni manhia no bo ni so manhia no ni oboase e bo ni so oboase ni fomena ni adanse e ba sechere is ayi e ba o ni so sechere fo na e ba yi obi a okakọ tamale bimila awa aba onsa awa na eba no wakiki onso wakiki na eba no what's up me am original commander do eba onsa commander do na eba no me am constituency commander Austin eba onsa commander Austin na eba no youth organizer or PhD candidate
Obi say this Abanga guy can talk but he should fear delegates. Chairman General Mr. Abanga, listening to Mr. Abanga, I cannot help but conclude that he can be a pastor. The man can talk. Francis Brakwa in Kumasi. And Abranti bi se minchiao emano. Or say your friend no Mike Edu. Mike
Edu.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, me bra. The papa ne
odi papa fi no ne ka na asem Mike Semen kancho so chiao na
ka je se maintaining ka se maintaining ka tell ne to wa maintaining ka maintaining ka to maintaining ka
iti yes bibi di peche ne yeden
ofa say enam kwan ya me fa so avail myself na party ni asem bibi to no to yenchem na me bia makwan metie party for asem me bre mo ase na me nya adaje e de otena me kam ebi wa akra moto so ame no otena na e di ekira ase adwuma na nipa ne pa me di ekira me kisho se nipa ne saka nipa no so na kire na kakra bi na wo be botoma ofa me de da bia me sisi ka duro bia ni bia si ba bia sikaduro ne se ukura bi na obi busa na ma ne bi na sikaduro no
Peace FM.
the more na woman no ene Yakobon so de e ma obi na yes o mo obi bia e be de wanya bi ti da bia sa peche ne ho ne firi me call MP no ena menya no wa win constituency ena ne a translate a na wiase afa na yina ama
enti o se peche ye kan say
obi a be di peche ye create adwuma ye youth na ba be adwuma ho ofa no mo be adwuma yi ye beti omo ka o de oyentua ne ka so no bosome so a sika fa so e benya no ye be distribute ye be che na obi anya no so send be ya logistics bia se car no me de beto se moto no me de beto ade bia so mo disika ne ye na etime boa so obi tie ne ya e wo electoral ya polling station constituency papa bi wo ko NDC ni o ma be 30 o se etime ben na ye fana damfo na ne mali na aba na ye no mu na e kire o mo se MPP ne the only political party a yen yitimi e won hyehyɛ papa ye wa adwempa na adwempa ye ba power bia na yitimi de hyehyɛ papa gu apono so a boa o my Ghana do hwe sustenance na nan akofo do ba yi a na yen TV bi one day so one factory da ono na ba ya yate so hwe social interventions aba yi na MPP aban kuto e na de ba ye hu political ayi bia ready bibisa odi social intervention bia ba oba beboa aboa ma embabu afa ade ye ho na ye ho atoye
enti obi abedidi
peche
abanga we wish you well
me da se chairman number 1 ne de chairman say de obi kan no number 1 nafa number 2 awe obi awe say ne nyame ahyehyɛ ama ba be wie ne de ofa onyankopɔ beto hye so agu so ti me sre delegate me pa mo chawo bio se me nkuto jogu fam omu ni aketwa omu ba omu hu me mobo no omu ame me mpese ni so ade huni e be sai ti akina so obi beba odi sika be fam obi an be de na ho de betimi ni ame ye life insurance package offer sika bi antimi nto 500,000 50,000 life insurance package ahin na de come delegate no na oje kura endu conscience na sika na sa delegate ya wi ato se ni amaye no emu odi chi bibia a obi antimi compete Ofa no pay madawase na kwanya sonko a odi ama enye easy se obenya chairman general akwanya na watena mu
na wabedi di peche I beg I don't like the Bugatti Veyron why Mr. Monkeys play by sizes that might be my boss. Happy birthday to you Cynthia Akoko Yanka and your twin Michael Tongai Yanka. And then happy birthday to Chairman Joe Bonf. Oh, Joe Bonf's birthday. Hey, Joe Bonf. Of Little Wool's Asylum down from Seke Seke to you.
If I boost roll, I don't forget my problems. If I boost roll, I don't forget my sorrows. If I boost roll, I don't forget.
And so from the Little Woods posse to you, Chairman Joe Bonf. Happy birthday, bro. Nice. We have very good morning to Mr. Emmanuel Laye, a.k.a. Boss Laye of Jeans Company Limited. Have a good one, sir.
My children, they cry for chop. So wahala in my house.
Segadus.
Pay you tomorrow.
Segadu says, I like everything about you, but what I don't like is your hearts. Hearts of Oak. Is that a team? No. Maybe singing band. Nonsense.
My sorrow. My boots roll. But I know get the money. I go pay you.
And Charles T of New Jersey, USA. Good morning to Charles T. Sympathies to you and your family on the passing of Oba Penny Ruth Abena Sewa.
Give me quarter. I go pay you tomorrow.
So for those of you who know Charles T of New Jersey in the US, sympathies to you and your family on the passing of Oba Penny Ruth Abena Sewa. Funeral this weekend. My sympathies, Charles. Michael Adelai. Is it has to be team? Singing band, no be team. Yeah. Dr. Doris Yao say good morning to you as well.
I want to forget my sorrow.
very good morning to you, Daniel Ej Bompata Propabanga. To you, Clement Chris Obu and Wilson Osebonsu Skido. It's from Seke to all of you. And to Amwating at Parliament. Good morning, Amwating at Parliament. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for listening. Yes. Wishing Mr. Bentum of Midwest Epicon office happy birthday in advance to you, Mr. Bentum. Nana Kobo. Machien. Dim 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 dim. Kokosechi. Safuro. I know. Pure music. Benkona mini article as encoding come on. Where I say union my best we feel I'm table edge. And come on kitten are near the upon.
My children they cry for chop. So wahala in my house. I go pay you.
The iconic A.B. Krenzel, Alfred Benjamin Krenzel, has gone the way of all men. Has gone to be with the fathers. He has made his mark.
I want to forget my.
May he find rest forever.
Because life is hard for me. I go pay you tomorrow. Yes. If I boost you, I don't forget my problems. If I boost you, I don't forget my sorrows. If I boost you, I don't forget my troubles. Life will hard for me. I go pay you tomorrow. Yes. Salam give me quarter. I go pay you tomorrow. Salam give me half. I go pay you more. Yeah. I go pay you tomorrow. Yeah. I go pay you more.
Reverend Charles also Charles Machi.
General,
Boko there.
Amansa Bofo.
Yenya.
Onyametiase.
Amen.
Ne ho ye papa.
Ye danyamiase.
Anopa wa me ya kai tete.
Oh, me say.
Tete obi ka. Obi kire.
Pa.
Bani ko so ni pani adue.
De.
Ora bi kente. Na me fa ne kra ensi.
Amen.
Na o mani baby papa den.
Enna. Ah. Abo wa ye bi. On say adem bia chairman penifo kan bia no e no kro. E se tete man pro. David.
E se okọ bananum asem na yeti.
Eno a.
Ntia na ye kasa. Na yabrabo a ye bo no. E se ye very careful. Because emre bi be ba. Ye de yen be ya ba kosem kan ye ho nsem. See ye tiase o ye ntiase. Ye very very important ba. Na no pai obusia nyina ye mom yakọ. Chairman. Me no competition bi ye be kwa compete na me say so ya we onya we o.
Hey.
On the 3rd of August. No, we can what you say? Anopa Michia
Brigadier General Amwa Eisi.
Yes, Michia Major General Pompe Pra. Michia Brigadier General Amwa Eisi.
Aha. And Ramoha no de Krebi my name. Now see.
Now you say General Name Mr. Kababy.
I'm Paolate.
And you all at 23rd of this month.
Yes.
And you have a company.
Paolate.
Representing life, General. And that day they take you over.
Oh, yes.
The soldiers. Now I am a commando. And am I Barracks boys.
Barracks boys, but you know
General. And they are not paying a chair on Papa. Hey.
Oh, but you bet you say your bags boys.
Sure.
You bet you pass your bags.
You pay me that was it. A team for near before.
Yeah.
Teacher will be chrome for grandson of Miabra. And grandson of Tunya. The Chomapa. You don't want to say maybe answer. When you say, when you lawyer from David.
Oh, of course.
Opoasempa and also program.
Me bra opinion no.
And every Friday be our kind of Charles habit you. I know probably will be a Michel. Old man Jay Kufo.
Yeah, papa.
And Adaroma and I'm Ghana for you any beer. Before buying a Ghana for any baby. Oh my, and say you will soon. Okay, until they no time.
Make up.
I need who bus a cry, who bus I trust you need that organa. And the time and it's animal way in a buy. Because many next year back up Kosran Abraham Mura and Madame Fura said Jones a corny crazy. Because catch him say Abranti and say the president was a meet you papa.
Yo man.
Someone I'm Ghana Dachi dear and he said our Cassan Koswa Casasa. I'm going to say Jaw or mine and Mamma was much my person. Timichia will man for baby will be an pay. And Cherry and command.
That's it. Atiki,
Chairman General,
representative of the Republic of Gambaga.
Absolutely.
Mache. Boko de.
Nyamiadum.
Yeah, the Yanasi. Aquabanso.
Yeah. I mean, Chairman, me this idea of godfatherliness in politics. Yeah, me share the name movie. And me share I'm really not keen and I enthused about Nyamasa. But if there's anybody I meet him, I can say, Obia who would come close to Sanu would be President Kufo.
Oh yeah.
Chairman, for obvious reasons. He's the only man now who in China say Ukosrano. And Akra with the other room, me between Krase meba and a man member. Yami I do my weekend member. You know, you see me. Chairman, I like anytime and every time I want to do it's always about the Ghana project. And my mom, Papa, Ghana, like, Chairman, his consistency. Idea, Debia, a shaman crying, say, Mebuno, if we apply ourselves to the Ghana project, you know, Yamibe, Adum, Amanai, Accra, will be a nano pay Michel. And I praise that Yankupon. Bechow and Phoebe Bree, so we can continue to drink from that system of wisdom and Yankopon Edia Achow. And Mamincha, Republic of Gambaga for Nina, Obia Team and Opinion, Micho Bibia, and a Ghana for Nina.
Chio Bibia and a Ghana for Nina. Yaka Ghana for Semanope Yenko in advance to Accra Sports Stadium. Michelle Herald Deobokrata say NPP National Executive aspirants avoiding Ekufuado labels. Daily Guide quoting Alan Chemartin, let's vote for party loyalists. Weekend today. Breaking the 8, who leads MPP to the dreamland? Daily Graphic, please deploy 3,000 personnel for MPP conference. 20 polling centers to speed that process. Comes with a photograph of 52-year-old Dr. George Ekufudampare, Inspector General of Police, who celebrated his birthday yesterday. Charles, yesterday, Dr. Ekufudampare's birthday.
Wow.
Birthday number 52.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Let me just say, me dinner started because there was some crack of police for me.
Oh, my, they are not paying.
Oh, when you're Bonnie,
But
I'm say, Bear, on beating a boy and hoping. Once I'm not hear me. Uraku for Dampare. Medium me a Christian, now me also for it. Me can say me a shida.
Amen. And I wonder.
52 years. Na position I will cry all my any position I had from. Over here, I think apart from former IGP Patrick Kwati and Champon, or retire no 60 years. Most of them in our coy. Above 60 and what they call retirement. They at his age and baby, I am in a dream. But there be a catcher and say, I own young Kaye. na ade baako a mesua ana mete free Major General Pompepra ho menya senka obia ɔyɛ panimu nya officer nko a ɔyɛ panimu wɔ Ghana ha bia besua sade ne bia ka ɔman betimi kyerɛ ne pa the reason why armed forces are there aye under the watch and leadership. Okay, Mr. Charles, I've been a lieutenant before. Now my first system na na nyame de ma bedru baby or the medey what he made doing. I didn't know who so crastic or we fish up on the brown crastic. What unity be okakosra see will be see will never know crastic or who na feel or the head stick is you to me. I'm the command and crastic. But not see you crastic to whom I'm the commander we have no person or you run at him because who be on fan. Now who brassier because a sum a juma and yan just juma. And ya betray say I remember ya better so but a sum a juma. And the armed forces now bad by to say a busianku obia timi ba na office be kan the ope e kire no wotie efamu fo asem wokɔ na sɛ ɔne sabi other ranks no bɔ nkɔmɔ na ɔkɔ tamale one time bi obi ka kyerɛ me sɛ obi a wadu tamale na yɛde air force heli abesi no yɛde land cruiser abesi wa wɔsɛ de remain from mɛforo bonshika na akɔfo bonshika na ɔde me mmeranteɛ atim ɛbɔ nsɛm abɔ ɛden ɛkɔ nti ɛba sɛ ɔmo nku ɔmo ho mfama no a they are always ready to do it for him. Because of na who Brazil and na who fama wenya the armed forces. And I believe that I am nipa or I am tanka or ye tanka on papa moye. No fear you we are ya samaka. And I all would umpire let me a brand who say in case of through I'm the man officers or no we juma. And we say, "Oh no, mom na air my baby. You made in a drone and any one back as you chance it. Because I the chairman.
David.
52 years, whole nation like Ghana. Oh yeah, the Inspector General of Police and Yansan Ketwa. In Shakasia and Utina Bakosema. Oko police as other rank.
As a constable, as a recruit. I mean, in Abakosem Kakra. Nameka is old Timia. Nyamemfa prof crazy run a coffee who's an army ADC civilian ADC
and I or they call it creative prof Nyamemfa see now when we didn't come over now share or kubu dampare baby o free or nemwa unyamishi she mutu ordinary draw David can send me. Ɔsi aso obi ni Sophia Jonathan Timena doyana baabi a otietie bia okodu baabi oduru no aya won kai baabi ofiri na emrante na ɛwase no ɔmo na yɛ adwuma no mampanifo no gye aseda ada ranks no baabi ɔmo tete a sama osi fo adan ti se kusie ɛna ase ehim where adan bia and I ask myself say I see a sovereign nation adan is see independence regime time Gold Coast time. So that's what it is. And that is why I can't say Major General Pompey said we're changing the face of armed forces, not just by moving around, but we share buildings, infrastructure projects are across. Armed forces are and now call on dancing first and now call that tenting. Now our walking kick soldiers, and now we just shower, all the training grounds, armed forces training grounds now, and no judge showers all because of G Nipana air quiet Jumano. The Bibiba or Munsema. I am fan Kai and Mantiana air Jumano. Now, policy for a bread. Come on. Traffic almost across. He said traffic in off. One baby I was the traffic light in a off. Now, your policy for point fee from an Opacosia numere. Directed traffic Koba MTTD 4 year Juma once you saw highway patrol for and Yasan Ketwa. They thought that but I believe that man me call me who said I started and even walk come me home do your flowers near you know and him high affair but the problem I want to say because here the focus round chama e dan ba ku nipa be 10 wo akodwa no ko bi ntimi ntwa no ho na wasare obi so akonya kora wo transfer check do 2 hours kwa ni mu bebu eniema aka bi omuhia as officers dan amotiti ni mu na manina enkoyi u penti dan na
wa for rough road we kakra ye
na bo na dan ni mu nye fa nye fine
as a rough road we dey ya ko main road now
but jaman dey toss me no me krom ana me fibron east nti bron east nya me krom tachima niema bi koso ho a se wura kulfu dan parade ene me panifo tie me on forma so enko chama de say akunkwankukun e koso ho ama edi ehu abo nipa ewo tachima eno na jo asema me tie kra nse se abrante bi taxi driver bi a chese well so 2 or 3 weeks near on so ayira nkofo bi be fa na besi na yehu no mesere say national security and police administration for beef up security na nipa na ewo tachima na ntiminya confidence ese anajo kra na den say obi be pia bonten cause obi pia bonten a ehihie den aba within a week ya kum nipa mienu I mean petrol so baby which it is not good na mesre owura kufu dam pare say I think say emre do see e be call after these people almost see sign poster brabaji sika brafa oba mema osika na ansane na mienu hu nsem no me ti say mo ye news bi wo ma fidie so about Gan East so then I think Gan South me Paris will be taxi drivers me no ba kon dada ne yonko akotwa ne yonko ti adenya you say obi oba bia audi train ba obetima mo abra boy den asesa na ga wo ya wo ma beto so ye twatire this edison shebra ka wo beto so thank you ya wo wan ke wo kodada sika ye nya ne easy san ko obi ya obi na kamalam na wo kono hono ana dunsini na wo kono hono saka ono wo sika bi dada ne ma ne na ma bontia ne ma kwantare ko munye bi nchen ko ntwom di enti ya ma kwan Ghana Media Commission Oras Brahman
I know West Africa Foundation for
Media Suleiman
Brahman ba manyosem ne mu nsem se dia wo beti o nkan e wo ho nsem enkofo de radio stations the air border wo chenkofo se bra na me ma osika what be that onua wo be hu TV so no na konfo bi ti wo se me double money na chama wo double money e cry
me e crime pa
so how come so people television so abeka say o double money first camera na me double sika pam
please one is some coach
na police 40 ho na ye hwe sani pakro no na o che o ye niem e be man kofo akodi ewu ena de ni bakunkum aba o se taxi driver timi onu akoda da na adam fo se fami ko ayi odna ko ayi de na eba no mo twa ni ti e won kra ha anya se bia enti me stress say o akufu dan pare wo ne o birthday ya wish you very well say onyankopon koso am mo ban o ma onimdie ni ahodi a obetimi dia som Ghana ama Ghana be kra behwe then so say ye som oman na ye mfa ani ko sa na ma wo say be ya ebetimi ama oman man confidence as e bi pia bontia ye mhwehwe bia de emba tawo me das
Peace 104.3 Atik ochina hu ni saying
me das chairman needy kind me say exercise MB before ebekwa akoye ochina is part of the processes to deepen our internal democracy. Nti idea ye nyina say bo ma ba so e na wo hwe processes a mo fe mu akodo ne pempenso yi yenti asemboni bia of course you would have isolated incidents bia you see mintimi ho ase AC in 1 or 2 places, but generally speaking all the prior processes now or more film ekodru sa pempenso yi obi betimi akese largely no they've been peaceful.
Yeah.
Nti yabo ma ba so ochina ne ekosu German, the life of every political party, national executive elections are very, very important. Because omuna ombe providing leadership to party going forward.
Yeah.
And painful as it may sound, but nuclear woman is a Ghana, young political parties, I go ahead to say election machines. Other responsibilities are by law, some executing omunta nyane bebre compared to the fight to win elections, Nti Omakwa election winning machines here and election machines here. Party bia be here say ombenya the right leadership to lead them in that fight in that battle to win the next election. Until very important because Chairman Sabi and found how good your policies are, how your thoughts on how to govern or minor etie. So when you to me now, those thoughts would come to naught. Until we share parties who do or more or my mono. Meeting I say parties in the they have very good policies, but as San said, Omunya Quine Embe for me Abayano. It's been difficult for them to give meaning and effect to such policies now. Yeah, omudi show manifestos mono. It's very important, say, political parties be we need power, and to do that you would require the right leadership. Omuna ombet me edimwenim amamwa kokon ekodino ena nkunimdi abaye modia. Until ochina exercise here very important. But Usha, there is this growing concern, Chairman, and I think, sir, we wouldn't have had any better time to discuss our concern than Enea Yenya Sakwany Akwenye.
Yenya
Kwany. In fact, now we can't right way.
Okay, right way.
And I hear me say no. I say, Prof. Hanko, because say, and idiot, but we mammy minus. Chairman, and then say, the growing monetization of young politics, a idea I had. Says here, once we monetize the processes, no, and say effectively, no, young crofo as Sabinanka, Nimdia, Hondi, Ombetimia Sumuno. We disable them from getting the opportunity to serve in the way I say. I mean, that would you can say inure to the benefit of the entire organization called the political party. And to Ochina Nyombe one of my concerns in this say, Yenina, I say, ma yeni, home. So that if there is any attempt by anybody, say Nipano would want to buy the support of delegates now, ya exposes hardin because nyuma bia ha ya manyosem. Now it's come to the point says here near ebimu edwin say leaders are not elected anymore. Yeah. Leaders are not elected anymore. Yeah, say the highest bidder wins the day. And you do happen, Pensuan. Let's just say we are hurting our democracy already. At least comparatively speaking, but the democracy and rules happen, Pensuan here. And all these are dangers. They are threats to the survival of our democracy. Now, media, another issue which is related to Nyamika in say, Ghana is terribly broke. We are broke beyond redemption. Aji yeko IMF. Na se party ewa bemu ekoto aba. Na there are perceptions by dint of ni omuye say amanfo ko tu sika gu amanfo ko 12 votes. What are you telling the ordinary Ghanaian? Because yen nyina ye complaining say kromo aye din sika ni ho. Na sika na asabi ebimo edibeto votes wo omo conference as sika ni free hin. So these are all negatives bia omanhwe ya na omanhwe and sisa no me you can say anua. At the end of the day, the perception I Ghana for me say na mo si sika ni krom nanso mo ko mo conference yi mo ko peti sika egu ho, and I think it's going to really work against the collective effort na ye nyina ye ka say baby edri de ye nyina say ye bua so that we can get the best deal from the IMF. No ebe din say you, because IMF deal, it doesn't matter which deal you go for, Chairman, there's going to be look ahun chebeba and found whatever program the government of Ghana goes for, there is going to be temporary hardship because government would be required to cut down on expenditures. And because you need to reduce your deficits, you need to cut down on and all these have implications on the cost of on the living standards of Ghana because buying cut down on expenditures are affecting incomes amount for Enya. And already inflation is rising into the cost of living equally is rising. Because incomes are unyano, inflation, with discounting inflation, now we say, let's just say real incomes crying, so then yeah, and he biasa. So we need to get the buy-in of every Ghanaian. And to do that, one of the things I bet to me, I boosted the confidence of Ghana for in the fact say niamuye kwan papa so na muye no. And they say you don't create a perception say oh mudi sika wo na ye betimi di sika no akotovos. Na Mika enu ewie no, and of course you should know say there are monitors. Mika monitors are our development partners are watching with keen interest near Ebe Kosovo Stadium ho Ochina. Nti if for some reason bededi say there were attempts real or apparent to buy Vusa, what do you think the signals would be to Sankrof we are on Bebuayin? I think that the leadership of the MPP and everybody else involved, you know, so Muma Omoni echo the way our candidates ever conduct in respect of trying to convince delegates. You can convince delegates without necessarily buying them. But I quite to say, Ebimufi said that is the easiest way to win. And for the most part, Enuna Emma Yebre, you know, after elections, no. Because Nipano or the second beto votes now do not feel say. And I imagine you say Nipano would feel responsible to you. Because Obeto mandate, you know, and you didn't give the person the mandate, he purchased it. Until he doesn't feel, and rightly so, responsible to you. As I say, and you na did to me the man. Until Otoye, until Obia Wako Jisikada, Etu Abama Obi. Na later Nipani Yeni, Ese Oyeno. Don't complain, say, Etu Abama o. And how do I do it? Exactly. Nipano to yes. The person bought, and Chairman, it's just like commissioning somebody say Onye Bibi. The rights to whatever you produce, no, belong to Sandy Pano. Until the patent, no, you say I commission you to come up with an application. I own the patent rights. Who are developing? Because me try cow. It's the same thing. Say Obi, Emma Sika say Kotu Abamami. Now Kotu Abanamana. Sa mandate, no, you've mortgaged it. Until for the next 4 years and now whatever duration the 10-year no, do not expect say Nipan be yen open because you have lost that right, no. You sold that right the very minute I was Jessica Eko to Abaman. Now, specifically speaking on the various candidates, no, Ebimo wa Bibrina as I mentioned anymore, but Oshe political party be a no, the organization and the management of the party Ejina bear positions for an army and Sabiso. Nedi Kanye chairman, general secretary, organizer to some extent. Youth need they all answer to the general secretary, to the organizer, and then to the general secretary. Ubeti effectively speaking, no, sa 3 positions in na edimu akutini pa. Na media, of course, me MPP need to know I can freely express my views on the various candidates.
Bonitonianko.
Yes. Chairman, media me feel say, and me dika say, MPP ni nti MPP for amutiemi. You can consider nyami ke umbetimi ebuegusu because these are views of an outsider. 2024 is going to be a critical year. Chairman, who here be a obetimi aka omo party ni boom abum. Who here be a our diplomacy skills and our diplomatic skills. Who here be a sebi our buga kakra so wonu because the elections here do to the BR. I'm not saying buga in the sense of say Nipan be violent, but you know the person can talk tough and you know take tough decisions and stand by them in as for. In the chairmanship, no, I can't say minimum all candidates are almost pre and are all you know candidates are almost pre to become chairman minimum money. But if you are minimum, no, media I know Asabi from a distance, and Oshana, I feel so you'll be a. He's been through some process up to a point, and buga. If you were alive to the politics of the days Nakufo Etiso as the president, you know, Ubetia says babuga dia sabi Mika buga. I'm not saying violence, but Ubia who talks tough or can who be or Ubia he can talk tough and all, and in human relations, like I said, I know him from a distance, but Oshiawa chairman, and you'll be an what's a close relationship with. But with Chiawa, sometimes you are like, okay, or Chiao, I say, he's friendly and all. They be muhu diana or memuna. Well, and they expect you rather to be the one doing the greeting and so on. Until I can say in human relations, so
you are gunning for a Sabi.
I'm not gunning me, people. I'm just me by other,
because me person bonnet Tonyako.
Yes, chairman, me say, and going forward, like I said, 2024 is not going to be an ordinary year. Elections, a mubed in kakra. Until you need Obia, you can say, can relate to everybody. Obia na so form who feels grassroots no matter. I've been a general secretary of a party before. Chairman, grassroots na Nekita party no. I was for etia cry idea. Yes, sir. You can count in Kokrokoo Muti headquarters so. Until grassroots no na young Kokrokoo or Mukita party no. Until they should vote for a chairman na so form who would relate very well with the grassroots. Chairman team so why adiache. It gets to a point. Let me be someone who say, Chairman, what is in the chairmanship of a political party?
You should know.
And because I know, Chairman, well, I'm not here to pontificate to Obia say, but sometimes it begins to raise some questions. But nonetheless, he's a fine gentleman, and I'm sure MPP delegates would know the best man, Omuyina Ibeye. As for the general secretary Nasif Wanidi, Oma delegates now, because they know what is good for them, and like I said, they should not be driven by and sense of Mumasika Edu Menim in the choices are making, because Sika die would Sika Umasika influence you with decision and now your choice. Can who say your mandate na watono and your right to demand accountability, your right to demand say ni ese nipa ne ye no onye no, you've sold it from the word go. Nti nipa no ba na enko ye kura, you onni sa to me no say obetimi akobisa ni say uka say obeye say ni say na den na wanye, because oka say obeye say ni say no wam tenase anka say ni oka yinti na me to aba no na mom ni odi banti na me to aba no, until you've sold your right to question him from the word go to the highest bidder. And chairman, we need to scale down the rate at which our monetization of young politics aircon and nina started with internal processes to say near yebehu ochine ebimu. I can tell you without mentioning where say ebimu ran to become branch constituency executives, chairman, not because they want to serve the party necessarily, but omonim said there is a Kokrokoo season coming. Presidential primaries Kokrokoo season, national executive elections Kokrokoo season. Ena ebimu ha ukoshia omuna oni omudi nkomo de chairman omo ni adaje to listen to newu kanu say metimi aye say ni say abuwa party no, metimi aye say ni say ama party na gina na enya no o peti o. In fact obi kura sometimes they feel say o kasa dodo obi hu ana obi apagya nsa say thinking say anyone may be some question obi hu no kura ne say, and obi say no kura ne say ne dia na je say o hu say masa pay and go. And sometimes near who cry say they look, sometimes they form cliques. No more catcher say when ekasamaye. Na ni panaka say ora ne waka die yatin wa supem ye jiwudi ye jitum dano dura yeso ye ngu animasi nanso no krakra ne sen. The next person coming so no krakra ne sao. And at the end of the day, they make the process very expensive. Minimum Kokrokoo ananka ordinarily omunya coin to contest her. Chairman Anka, they would be great access to their parties. But since here national executive elections, there is some specified fixed rate, not rates, fixed amount be wouldn't this you don't even dream about running. Chairman, yeah, because I am telling you, and I'm not mincing what I said. Party say MPP, so positions you will not spend less than 5 million Ghana cedis if you want to execute a proper campaign. Chairman, that's can Mika 5 million, Mika 50 billion. Chairman, the national elections, na 50 billion, what can why? Until already, when him say, you disable yourself before the process even begins.
I think, let me go and hear
Dr. contestants, party opinion for any and the rest. Obia and conducting who ye. Because it will be sad, say, at the end of the day, because you mintimu hasi by and it degenerated into BBA that is unspeakable. Into your best stress, Obia interest way internal process. You be a opinion for when you be nyadrinya and yon tokwa a casa na sebi near yesi men yano like vote buying men koto biadrin because it's criminal to do so. Don't attempt it because if I'm a candidate, I'm in this guy. I feel say process we a casa na yedi. Now would the officer sabi who binti obeba beto obi vosa me hu a enya dia metriama nti obia everybody must play according to the ground rules na me sure say omu yesa na any bambo for so omunye omu dwuma yi I'm sure say at the end of the day we'll all be excited say the process was smooth and whoever wins I'm sure say the MPP for no would be the best judges of their contestants.
And our tick takes an early shower. Dr. Smasapon, or Director of Research, Kumasi Technical University. Doc, matching Akwaba, it is a
Chairman General. Kwame Sefakan. You rather dum me ho ye me this also ho ye.
Nyame adom hu ne hu ache.
Oh, Chairman fache me.
You hu ache pa.
Up and down kakra bi.
Na munhwehwe mu amaye Minnesota research. Na menim say me kai 2020 elections me not ha.
Oh.
Ya kan nyina fenchim. We why hwehwe mu bi?
Yeah, unfortunately, me nya time no ne resources and fan validating to many percentages to speak to.
Okay.
But kakra me hu ye no I pictured it on the graph, the map of Ghana. Me no be share later, but because of time I will just speak to it. Then I'll just push it for you as we talk. Now, all in all, no. Them say all the aspirants are conducting very well. My main first kwenye so emo mu nyina baso. Afie dem say kasentwe ni atembedie no it was in the minimal cry. Nti omaya de. Chairman, sources of campaign messages enye manifesto. Sources of campaign messages no. Yeah na ye 4. Baako ye what you say about yourselves. The tosu mienu what you say about them near your political opponents. The tosu miensa what they say about you. And then the tosu for near what they say about themselves. Ayana what you say about yourselves no. A benign tool for political opponents to use against you.
Yeah.
Around this time no and Anchrophobe started JJ propaganda, truths and untruths egum. Just to sway the minds of the people. Inti mestre so mu ya omunya no with caution. And yes die what you are saying about yourselves and your political opponent will use it against you. Inti no and for example me no ba ku say almost scheming the system to rig the election. Yeah, I was a little surprised.
Yeah. But sometimes more legitimate concerns I think it's fair. Or evidence and our original so yeah, it's fair to express them.
Unfortunately, Nipano it was only speaking of speculations. He thinks on the D-Day they will rig the election in favor of one candidate. And I was like, oh, you don't say this. You don't say this. That's why I say for all for bra agents, they're polling electoral college nina intact. Police it, make sure say will be on kahono, Emma Metubi niade. You are also responsible for the sanctity of the election. No, to witness no one near so ye, one raise the flags where necessary. Now, even before I ever to abano, also will be back with Yamawa. I think say a defeatist talk. Participate in the process, police it, make sure say be free and fair. Now, obeti me do test you back. I say yes, I participated in a very free and fair process. Remember, I'm starting to two my pack so, and I make I say all through the period. I think the campaign period has been very, very peaceful. Obia as the key to the messages are and ya fee no we are be san man no dey identity the beauty of the whole thing. To the delegates who are going to elect, me sure say by now bebre no abedun kran yes ah omunam kwan so ba you be welcome omu nyina to the capital city. Ni amede ma adwen ye me say so bi ko to sa ba yi bia say onya 2024 at the back of his mind. Na when you are taking kasika ne den ni nyina play out we are sebi oye nipa. Try and go beyond the money. Try and go beyond all the inducements and the whip systems and then everybody nyina na before the ballot no use wadwene as a political party what the end 2024 saa no bia target. That's the next election ahead of us. Nti go beyond everything and focus on 2024. Now form a team one ebetimi aboa procure victory the amount of political party. One thing me person mo behu as they go into the election number 1 saa 2024 ina enya agro everybody have mentioned it. I'm sure they are aware. The second thing they say the dynamics on the ground, you know, it suggests a party executives no omu ahokeka no as compared to NDC MPP no NDC for no can political parties in take here. So as compared to all the political parties, especially NDC MPP, NDC for no now omu you know grassroots for no ahokeka no was so saying MPP. And the figures are there to show. For example, over 2 World Banks no Volta region versus Ashanti region. There are up to about 14 constituencies for Volta region. The polling stations that make up those constituencies, Chairman General, NDC wins in all the polling stations that makes up those 14 constituencies.
I see.
Across the entire country, it is only Bantama that the MPP wins in all the polling stations that compare these two and tell us whether whether they don't have to up their game. I believe in the World Bank system, but how your World Bank there any bibi. I've said it on your set before. Say 47 constituencies now make up Ashanti region. No? Only 30 of them falls in line with the definition of what a World Bank is.
17 now candidate.
17 now Brakwame. Battlefields.
Wow.
NDC is losing, but he's losing with about 46%, 45%. Confenso North, the various near the yes. Monka strongholds neho. So they should have all these things at the back of their minds. Whatever the link between national any omu constituency level near ya, amuma hokana nye should be part of the decisions they are going to make at the no munyin for betting abomuma appeal game. So now you guess in the and everybody was shocked. Said there is a polling station in Ashanti region that MPP got one single one. Yeah. And at those polling stations, 1 year requires a more 5 executives or and generally compare NDC and MPP. It looks like NDC, and I'm not saying across the entire country, but my used to areas see the example like say constituency executives say wa Ashanti omunni omu national for no good relationship or be mo happy omu game they say ni omu nua no me over region na omu hwe no omu adini. That is a very good point I say omu take into consideration as they come. Ni aka ni nyina play out here. They should make sure say chira sem no e be peaceful because I'm sure na factions be setting out of this who treat you been treating here or pound got to about NDC there because at this level these are very staunch MPP members, but one participating not like a party kakra there kakra ultimately a na ko party you know so munya arrangement in place whether SMCU or SMNCU they should activate a peace building process B, they should activate conflict resolution process B. Now making sure say all of them are back home to procure the 2024 agenda. Yeah, we share all the aspirants very, very well, Chairman General.
Yo.
General, wait 1 minute pen now phone.
Me too.
1 minute pen. Now me kasara me security agencies one some no. Now we say Commissioner General migration so them call no. Sending me messages. Said yeah, one boss I hear of migration e been see that. And this year, Baba so the Aniyamo Commission General, General Tachi. Now, so called training centers near some dance man crown, Yasor and Cheho. Stop bungalows be exist. You know, me nipa crown there. I'm saying, I can copy me crown him. Go by Ametino. At 7 tape Gambaga. Sana is already touching 86 China Mananti. Tachi, Commission General Migration, Ghana for that was migration that was it. Come on. Enam bibinti enam mbesa meka about why call mo say when say me run madam for work do so free me fa ne currency otiasia nka I asem for yeah we show me now well
great Now, Dr. Sapon,
Yes, sir.
Minya be also a research analyst. Also, just to add to Nyawokano, or per se or wajin a baby biso. Or say, tell my fellow PhD in the studio. In the eastern region, for example, only about 50% of residents are indigenous. The World Bank theory, therefore, doesn't hold in the eastern region. And if you look at it technically, it holds same for Ashanti region. There are high percentages of settlers because of the historical economic attractions in the eastern region and also in Ashanti region. Cocoa farming, other businesses, etc., just to mention a few. Now, Kwame, the situation in Volta is very, very different. The NDC secures more harvest from there because majority are indigenous. So, in his analysis, let him also look at the issue of indigenous versus settlers. Dr. Kojo Boa. And Madam Fubi we buy say or senior okay and no person dream back the thing about indigenous and settlers. So Dr. Kuchubu, thank you very much. Have a lovely day.
Chairman, for example, Ashanti Achim South. In fact, all Ashanti, the migration pattern is that whereas Asante Fono free hono akakope bibi fufro baby and crying no say they have invaded the entire city, going abroad, going to Accra, moving out where other settlers are rather moving in to occupy the Ashanti space. The pattern for the constituencies.
What's the definition of the World Bank? The definition of World Bank, Chairman, as I understand it from a political economic point of view, it's a group of core voters. And no, it's not ethnic based. It could be ethnic based, but for the most part, and ethnic based.
In all sincerity, it was very ethnic based when it was first coined.
Yes.
Because it was coined for the Volta region as the World Bank of the NDC. And a lot was said, say, it's a more ethnic group, Baki NDC. Intina NDC phone as a World Bank. No, I mean, unless Doc Sapo me, but that is how
I agree. But I'm
began.
saying,
yes.
Yeah, World Banker. Usually we are referring to core voter support, and no, it is about numbers. Yeah. So if after every election, a particular party gets like majority votes all the time, consistently over a period, you can confidently say that this is a core support base of this party. You can say
just a quick one. Yes. A branch of your friend quick Bagels, La Shibi Tema West. I say, Doc, Ashanti is quite far more cosmopolitan than the Volta region. And that's the reason for the figures. Even though I agree a lot more hard work should be done to turn things around in favor of the MPP in Ashanti. Yeah. Okay, so I say, Doc, what are the figures in these constituencies? Bantama against all the 14 the voter put together. Okay, this is another interesting. But for lack of time, I've got to go.
Quick one. Let me say, all the definitions are true for World Bank, but the standard measurable definition is who we need in that constituency. You should have won with no less than 70% of the votes. Then it's your World Bank.
Yeah.
And the person losing, so losing with more than 30% of the votes are on a battlefield.
Yeah.
Into your face or not is a battlefield. Just even as which percentage is not. It is a battlefield.
A battlefield. Well, next week, God willing, I'm sure we'll continue this conversation. What
has found its own level.
It is Charles Medase, Atik Medase, Dr. Smart Support Medase, and I pay Peace 104.3. Checking out now on this morning's edition. Okay, yes, I'm moving. Main Konkobo Moses. I semben krenia.